Let's go.
Baseline! Ask me if I'm ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Come on in. It's the Porch Podcast. Come on. Said it's the Porch Podcast. Yep. It's the Porch Podcast. Come on. Said it's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
It's the Porch Podcast. Freestyle off the mic.
Come on.
They trying to grab the pipe.
Right.
I'm still 23, like my name is Mike.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, hitting with the board. And remember back in the day, we went to the arcade.
Right.
Now I'm chilling with the real low fade. Go get the cards, play spades. Maybe poker with a pair of shades.
Damn.
Gotta hit it with the hand grenade.
Right.
Listen, get laid.
Okay.
Let's just go. Influential with the ill ass flow.
Yep. Why? Because it's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
Said
it's the Porch Podcast.
What?
Said it's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
Said it's the Porch Podcast. Hey, and
It's the Porch Podcast. Come on. Said it's the Porch Podcast. Said it's the Porch Podcast. Come on. Yeah. Said it's the Porch Podcast.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother.
P Original. As you can see on the shirt right there, Food for Thought, P Original 1996.
Show me shirt one more time.
Right here. Food for Thought, y'all. P Original 1996 is the channel.
Why 96?
Hey, man, you know, gotta be a beginning somewhere for the P Original, baby. Hey, man. But anyway, man, make sure you check it out for all my food for thoughts and all my other content, man.
Right.
Let's go.
All right, so this is episode 35.
Right.
We calling this one right here. We are calling this one right here Family Business. Family Business.
Absolutely.
That's right. So, P,
Yes, sir.
before we get into that, how was your week?
Week's been good, man. Week's been good. You know, a little warm, but it's August. You know, so it is what it is. Ain't no need to trip on that. It's been productive. You know, that's probably the best word I can say. Been productive. I'm good. How yours? Yeah. Well, smack.
Candy.
You know. Candy. Oh, it's been sweet. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, actually, man, you know what? Been doing a whole lot of, you know, since we talking about family business, man, I've been doing a lot of conversating with the wife about, you know, her new business.
All right, okay.
You know, and I've been talking to you guys about it, and, you know, just to reiterate what it is, it's a full-service event planning company. The name of the company is Front and Center Events, and the website is www.fanc, DCE events.com.
Why didn't you even get it to me, man?
I'm gonna get it to you. I'm not gonna listen, guys, I'm gonna make sure that y'all see it in all its glory. For you guys to be able to have access to be able to plug into the actual website. Like I said, full service event company. All jokes aside, man. You know, we treat, you know, your events like it's our own. So make sure y'all check it out, man.
Front and Center Events, baby.
Front and Center Events.
Family. That's family.
Absolutely.
Family business.
And that's what actually, you know, that's one of the things that brought us to today's topic, man. Family business. You know, I was talking to you, obviously, and I had a few conversations with other brothers, man, about, like, trying to change the narrative.
Right.
That you can't do business with friends and family.
Right.
And especially friends that are like family.
Right.
I don't believe that to be true. I think that bad business is bad business. I don't care who is associated with. Just like I think good business is, you know, it's good business, no matter who it's associated with. So,
got a strong point.
yeah, I just feel like we need to go ahead and kind of touch on that, you know,
Right.
like you say all the time, and unpack that and why we believe, you know, that isn't necessarily true.
It's not necessarily true because the difference is it's business.
Right.
Bottom line is business. Whether it's family or not, the word business is always around. See, business is going to be business whether the word family is in front of it.
Right.
Whether it's risky.
That's right.
Whether it's,
Great point.
You know, risky business. Unfair business.
Absolutely.
Better business. Good business. Bad business. But still business.
Still business,
And at
right.
the end of the day, business is going to always be around. Now, the thing that I come to the point of and understanding when people talk about family business is
Right.
my point is this: we want everybody to win. And some people may not agree with me. We want everybody to win. But when you're in certain business, that don't mean you'll use your family for every business thing just because they do something you may need at the time.
Very true.
They may be your first choice, right?
Right.
But the last I heard, people, when you have a choice, you have more than one.
Right.
That's
Right.
the reason why it's a choice.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
I get it.
choice means, safe to say, options. For you to have options, you got to have plural.
It's more than one.
Right. So if I walk outside right now and I want to take the car,
That's
I can
right.
take the car. Or if I want to take the truck, I'll take the truck.
That's right.
Right. But if I only had the car, then that's my only option. Right. I
Right.
can't take the truck.
Right.
Or vice versa. So when you look at family business, I think where family have to get a little bit past is just because, for example, I'm a DJ.
Right.
I got a lot of family members.
Mm-hmm.
They may not always call me the DJ.
Right.
Doesn't bother me.
At all.
It's not supposed to.
Right.
Because they pick who they wanted to pick.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I done had family come to me and say, hey, cuz, I got such and such to DJ my event. This was their price.
Mm-hmm.
Are they trying to kill me? And I'd be like, nah, they actually blessed you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
As opposed to being they knocking your head off.
Yeah, like they actually bless you. Yeah, cuz, what day the party on? Oh, all right, I might come through. You know what I mean? I got an event myself that day. You rocking the 1, I'm done at 11. I'm probably stop by. Okay, cuz, yeah. And when they see that, they're like, damn, I'm glad he wasn't mad. Because you can't be everywhere. And like I said in other episodes, everybody can't be first.
No, I think it's right. I think what you're saying too, dealing with business too, what we have to remember.
Damn, can't be
is-
good, bitch.
Yeah, the show is.
Mm-hmm.
The definition of business, I had to do with a person, partnership, or corporation engaged in commerce, manufacturing, or a service, profit-seeking enterprise or concern.
Right.
So, in just in the definition alone, when it breaks it down, business may appear to be complex, but if you go through all of what I just read,
Right.
it basically just talks about having a partnership with the objective to make money.
But because at the end of the day, that's what you're in business for.
That's what it's about.
To thrive.
And like I said, it's a lot of times I think what winds up actually happening is, like for instance, with you being a DJ,
Right.
a person know that they can call you, like that call that you said that you received, and the person asked, was they getting their head knocked off by a price?
Exactly.
That only happens because they understand that you're not the type of person that holds that or takes things like that personal.
Yeah.
To the point where they can actually literally call you and ask you about a service that you provide
Right.
and ask you whether or not it's a fair price.
Right.
And know that you're going to tell them the honest truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's usually, drugs. Yeah. You want munchies, you got munchies and shit. Like, this is just the backlash of it. Could be the EA. EA does it a little bit too. You know what I mean? So anyway, like I said, just to reiterate it, man.
This is what keeps you away from powder.
Yeah, that's not true, man.
Mm-hmm.
And for the people who can't see him and that are listening, he's eating a piece of, I guess it's licorice for lack of terms.
Yes.
Just like stringy like that. Pray for him, man. That's all I can say, man. Let the brother just be touched and healed and move forward. But now, in the term of family business, like I was saying, just reiterating that whole concept, man, is you got to be able to be comfortable, like you said earlier, knowing that business is business regardless of who's attached to it.
That's my biggest thing.
I think that when it comes to close friends that are like family and family, I think that, like I made a video for it, quite some time ago, about the hookup.
Right.
And the biggest thing about that concept is that, family and close friends anticipate some kind of deal or hookup and, some kind of kickback or break in the situation. And I'm not going to make this all based on, one particular culture or race or nothing like that.
Right.
But speaking about ours, we heavily believe in the whole hook me up type of theory.
Right.
And like that to me is I don't understand how a person can go to another person that they know that has a service. Right? Appreciate the body of work that they put in it, the skills and everything that goes along with what they do, and then ask them to do it for a discount.
Right.
Not allowed it to be offered to them or a person to turn around and say, don't worry about it, bro. We're going to make sure this all works right. Because to me, when I do business, It's about the business being done correctly.
Right.
It ain't about the business being done the cheapest. Because if that was the case, I'd go learn and try to do the shit myself.
Do it myself. That's what I'm saying. That's why people don't understand is it's okay if you want to, as a person who supplies a service, do a favor for somebody.
Absolutely.
It's okay for that.
Absolutely.
But don't assume because we're family,
Right.
that I am going to do it like that.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Because business is still business. You know what I mean? Because this as a DJ, let me break this down. I can say this, anybody who follow me on Instagram, whether you follow me on my at Mr_Influential page, or you follow me at DJ_E_Mr_Influential page.
Dang.
You see that I've been using this hashtag, breathing, blessed, and booked. Right?
Love it.
And I've been blessed this summer to be booked every weekend. The whole entire summer. You know what I mean? Every weekend I've been booked. By choice I say, okay, I don't want to, because as we close towards September, last 2 weeks or so, I got, Labor Day and all that stuff. But, that's a whole different thing. If you really look at it,
right?
If somebody wants me to do something and I tell them, okay, I need this price, it's because I'm breathing, blessed, and booked to be able to, I might be missing a big opportunity as well as some money this weekend. Because I can't be two places at one time.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It can't be, and that's what people don't understand when they be like, well, like when I used to do a lot of times when people used to have oh yeah, man, I got a 1-year-old birthday party. You want a DJ, bro? I'm not knocking. I can't tell you not to have a DJ.
Right.
Yeah, out of that, I'm just saying, man, I'm trying to throw some money your way. You my boy, E. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, bro, but you like you said, I'm your boy.
Shit, next time they say that, call me. I come to that bitch and beatbox for a couple dollars.
Listen, what I said was... Ready rock, P. Boom, 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 boom. Ready rock, boom, boom. Ready rock with that powder. Ready rock, P.
Yeah, it's magical. So just let me know if you don't want to take that kind of shit. I'll go over there and get that.
No, but what I explained to him was this. I'm like, bro. All right, bro, you want to DJ? This is my price. Damn, then it's just a 1-year-old birthday party.
Yeah.
I said that to you first.
Right.
I said that to you first.
Whatever that price was,
yeah.
I'll bring Petey with me. You'll have security, bitch, because he gonna have all the dogs. Keep all the shit right.
Right. But I then be like, all right, bro, listen, this is what it is. All right, I could drop a speaker off. It costs this. Damn, you can't do it for the price of the speaker. Nah, brother, because the speaker could be there without me. They can get you a speaker, get you a little auxiliary cord, play a little iPhone or something, little
That's smart, man.
Little iTunes or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
iHeartRadio, where the Porch podcast is definitely on.
Absolutely.
Okay, Spotify,
Absolutely.
Whatever one you want to pick.
Absolutely.
Apple Podcasts, it's
Amazon
all there.
Music, Radio Public, Stitcher, Overcast Radio.
Listen,
check it out. Lock in,
like,
lock out.
All right, man, I'll let you know, man. And then they don't ever get back.
Right.
It's because, bruh, the moment I book a gig, I could say 99% of the time, once I booked a gig, that was my commitment.
No doubt.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I've sat back and booked gigs early and be like, oh, shit, and off the fly, not thinking, and double booked on the same day.
Yeah.
A lot of people's done stuff like that. Some people done had a doctor's appointment set at the same time. They had a job interview or something. You know what I mean?
Happens.
It happens.
You're human.
Yeah, so, and then I gotta go with the one I booked first. You see what I'm saying?
It's only right to honor that one first.
Right,
that's right.
The commitment. But if I turn around and give you the speaker price for a full DJ, and then somebody else want to give me the DJ price, damn, now I'm wrong if I say, hey, bro, I can't do your joint. I gotta do this. You know how many times people be like, they call me be like, yo, E man, listen, need a DJ, man. Like, yeah, well, yeah, what event? Shit. Say it's Thursday, right? Yeah. Saturday. Why you just calling me that? Nah, what happened was, like, I had a DJ.
Right.
But at the last minute, he said an emergency coming. Playboy, I'm going to tell you the truth. Wasn't no emergency. He got an emergency for Saturday on Thursday. How rare is that shit? I'm going to tell you what it is.
Take a look at that Instagram page or that Facebook page. You're going to see what that emergency was.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what it really was.
Got a bigger bag.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, it's business.
Yeah.
It's about business.
Yeah.
So when a person sets business deals and understandings, it has to make sense.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? I understand that people, and I'm not just saying this as a DJ, people have budgets for what they supply, like what they're looking for. It's like if somebody come to me, all right, I'm a DJ, so I'm going to use this. Hey, listen, man, we need a DJ from 12 noon to 7 p.m. and the budget is $300. What? No.
I ain't
I'm not.
I took the other shit, but I'm not gonna take that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not that guy.
No.
First of all, how you gonna tell me what you gonna play? You're supposed to You don't run it. You don't walk into the tax man office and say, "Listen, I got the Lamborghini out front, bitch, but my tax budget is only $73 a month."
Do it. I don't know how.
You ain't gonna get insured.
Don't worry about it.
I said tax man, but insurance, man. Yeah. You ain't gonna get insured.
Damn sure did.
Yeah, but it's all right.
I went for the ride with you.
Yeah.
I said yeah and agreed.
But you're not gonna get insured.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So you can't tell people what you're paying them. You can turn around. Now I've seen government facilities turn around and they put what they're looking for.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And companies come with bids. Mm-hmm. And by law, I think by law, they have to get at least 3 bids. Mm-hmm. And technically, they used to say, oh, you have to take the lowest bid. That's not true. You can take the higher one, the mid one, but you cannot just one person bid and you take it. Mm-hmm. It has to be 3 bids. Mm-hmm. So if Joe Blow say he gonna cut all the grass in this actual at the city facilities or the municipal facilities,
you need three.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for competitive interest.
Right, exactly. If they say I'm a cut this for $3,000 a month, and then Scott Skiles say I'm doing it for $4,500.
Yeah, because that bitch magical.
And Willie Bobo, he is. And Willie Bobo say he doing it for $25. You know what I mean? He might be young. You know what I mean? Willie Bebop. But,
I can't think of one business deal I would do with anybody named Willie Bobo.
Yeah, right. But
it's okay.
But because he's coming with the lower price, they might take him.
They might.
Right?
They might.
But Scott Skiles could be the person who answers the bids, cousins. Mm-hmm. And Scott charging the most. But if Scott came by himself, because family business, legally you can't just say we're using him.
Right.
We're using Scotty.
That's right.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes too, people get upset not understanding, man, I don't know why he didn't get that to his peoples, because conflict of interest as well.
Well, when you talk about family business, from my perspective, in my opinion,
right? Because I drifted a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I drifted.
The business element of it, once it becomes secondary, is where the problem comes in.
Right. It's always supposed to be first.
Right. So like when you look at family, like the topic or the title of this particular episode is family business.
Yeah.
If we weren't talking about family, we would just be saying it's about business.
Business. Whether it's risky,
right,
good, bad, but like I said, it's always there. But we're talking about family.
Exactly. In particular.
Right.
So when you put family in front of it, you start to say things like, well, I can trust them.
Right.
And it's not about trust. It's about the reality that everybody doesn't do good business, not because they have bad intentions.
Right.
They don't do good business sometimes because they're just not good at it.
But I know how you can get past that. And
go ahead.
It's something that we talked about that I talked about in the previous episode.
What's that?
You kind of have to lower expectation. What I mean by that is not from performance.
No. I got
No,
you.
if you're picking a person straight off because they're family, then you got to be willing to handle disappointment if it don't go right.
All right, I give you. No, you're right.
That's all I'm saying.
So you're right.
Yeah, you got to be able, because at the end of the day, family. This is the thing. Family, business.
Right.
So even if you decide to stop doing business with them, what they still is.
You're gonna still be family.
So you got to be able to handle if you're disappointed or not.
Yeah, I think I see my thing with with any business, whether it's family or friend that's like family. You got some people that's like family that's friends.
Right, that's what I mean though. They all fall
they all fall on the family, right? So you got them. My thing with it is this. I've seen things that as long as it stays at a handshake deals level,
right,
it's comfortable.
Right.
But the minute that it becomes something that has to be legally binding involved in it, people become uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And your question has to, at that point, be, why is that an uncomfortable thing for me? Like, we are family, right?
Right.
But here's the thing. Like you just said, business is business until you put a different word in front of it. It's still business.
It's still business.
Right? Now, if we're family, and I'm saying things to you to safeguard the business.
Right.
I'm not protecting me from you. I'm protecting us from the ways of business.
Right.
Where things can become complicated.
Right.
Where you may get some pressures where you don't have to worry about that because there's different business elements and contingents and agreements that's in place that allow us to just focus on the growth and the development of the business.
Right.
People often mix emotions into that situation, like you just said, which is a great point.
Right.
You have to lower your expectations.
That's one step. It's more.
No, but it's a great. First and foremost, if you do that, then you can't surprise me.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Or you can't negatively surprise me.
Right.
Only thing you could do is just outdo what my expectations was. Right. Like if I only expected you to do ground level stuff, but you do next level stuff, then I can look up and say, "Wow, that's amazing." Excuse me. That's what you did. So when I think about it from the perspective when you look at business and the family business element of the situation, you start saying things like, okay, we have an agreement. What's the agreement? Well, the agreement is simple. Whatever X, Y, and Z is. We're not going to drag this through the mud because, every agreement is different.
Right.
But the reality of it is you have to explain to that person two things. Number one, if it's their first time doing business, period, and they happen to be family,
right,
that's a lesson that they can learn. So if they want to do any other business with a person who's not family,
it's always a pro and a con. Yeah,
right. Second thing is that if you can account for business to be ran correctly, then you never have to account for things being goofy or out of whack because you allowed the family element of it to cloud it.
Right.
Like you don't have to do that. Like if I went into business, say for instance, I went into business with one of my daughters.
Right.
I'm going to actually have contingencies in place, not to protect me from her and her from me, but I'm going to protect things from the business element from being crippling towards us, period.
LLC.
Correct. So now, even with the understanding of that, like even when you tell a person what an LLC is, you have to explain the terminology and what it consists of.
Yeah.
See, the thing that I have I think that becomes problematic in doing family businesses is that we don't have what I call detailed conversations.
Right.
With the expectations of what that person is supposed to be bringing to the equation, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have a business, I don't care if it's with you, and like in me and your case, it's nothing for us to have family business conversations because at the end of the day, we trust each other. It's not even about that. It's about putting contingencies in place to protect us and protect the integrity of the business. Right. The hookup part, which is the part that was driving me crazy, is because when you tell a person I can't hook you up, they get an attitude.
Right.
Well, why can't you hook me up? Because as opposed to me hooking you up, let's just do good business.
But the thing is about that, where you go with that, because it's going to come. And that's what I say all the time.
Yeah.
When I say expectations, you lower the expectations. Because sometimes usually it's the person that gets upset that shocks you because you don't expect them to be that. However, whenever you get involved with anything, you got to be prepared for all of it. So what I mean by that is when you lower your expectations, because it doesn't surprise me that a person's looking for a hookup, and it's not surprising me you got an attitude, even though some people are like, damn, I can't believe, you know what I mean, that D acted like that, man. You know what I mean? It kind of annoyed me. But then you turn around and say, Well, it's no surprises in business.
Right, but what did he act like?
No, he got annoyed.
Right, no, I'm not asking you per se, but I'm saying to that person,
right.
Well, what did he act like? He act like a person that was looking
for a hookup.
A hookup. Okay. Right. You know the people, I always say that the hookup attempt is only made to people who give the impression in most cases that they're even willing to entertain it.
Because that person believes their expectation is, if I come and ask that person for the hookup because they give that type of energy off, I expect to get it.
Right.
But the moment that person say nah, it's like,
right.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to say that you should be an asshole in business.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you look in most people, you can walk into a room. I don't care if you want to buy a car.
Right.
You can see a car salesman. And certain ones have that face, you can say, I don't want to do business with this person.
Right.
Because I can't play on the situation where I want to hook up this, that, and the third. The question becomes, at that point, you don't know what may have happened, but the expression and the impression of that person gives you the indication.
Yeah, for some people, yeah.
For some people, not even. Now, for me, personally,
yeah.
If I wore a T-shirt that walked around and wore a T-shirt and say, don't ask me for no hookups because I'm not going to ask you.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
Right.
If I said to a person, don't ask me for no hookups because I'm not going to ask you.
Yeah.
If that make you not want to do business with me because we friends and family, then it is what it is.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? So in terms
I've been
of
in business for a long time.
Right. So when you talk about the expectation thing, my thing is I agree with you.
Right.
And that's why I give the expectation early on. You don't have to look for the hookup from me to ask you for it.
Well, see,
you can charge me full price. I'm fine with it because I'm going to need it back in return.
Right.
Now, if you take that wrong, it's because you're allowing family business to cloud your judgment of business.
But see, that's the thing, too. That's even a different thing between me and you when you look at it. It's more so with energy. I could be the happy-go-lucky person all the time, but then the moment a person came to me, like, hey, E, man, I need a DJ for such, such, such. And then the businessman just turn on. Hey, you want it for a 1-year-old party? Mm-hmm. Like, all right, a friend of mine one time, she called and was like, listen, I'm trying to plan my son's birthday party. You know what I mean? He turning, I said, how old is he? He turning 13. I said, I'm going to keep real with you. A boy, turning 13. They don't care about parties. Did he tell you he wanted a party? Nah. Okay. He play video games? Yeah, he play video. You might be better off just getting him that game truck outside. Or taking him somewhere with a couple of his homeboys because he's not. You're going to spend all this money so you can take all these pictures because it's the party for him or is it for you? You got to really think about it. That's the type of person, man. Like, now, I'm saying this because we homies and we here because if you really want to have a party, you're going to get the real price. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But as a businessman and just a person that you may, and just off of that, it was like, you know what, that make more sense. After that, they done got me other events. Because at the end of the day, honesty always kind of wins in business to a certain extent when unless you're dealing with another criminal. You know what I mean? Right. It's somebody that's trying to be, play that dirty game. Mm-hmm. But everybody that we call dirty business, not necessarily dirty business in that business. It's just some people don't read.
Yeah.
They put them contracts out. When they drop that contract, they don't really play on them, watch the words and play on them, Just like when I was talking about Scott Skiles and you said he is magical, that shit went over some people's head. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But, that was just something you was flowing with. But in business, sometimes people will do that.
People finagle shit all the time. And
that's what
you got people. I heard people say things like even in the rap industry and stuff like that, he got a bad deal. No, you had a bad understanding of the deal.
Yeah. You didn't get a lawyer.
Whatever you want to say, whether you can read that terminology or you need someone with an esquire, some kind of lawyer or attorney to read it. The deal was bad, but the reason why it went through is because of bad understanding of it.
Right.
So my whole thing with family business or risky business or good business, bad business, like you were saying, business is still. I gave you the definition of what it was. Business is what it is.
Yeah.
It's how people address it. Like I said, for me, it's not, you want to hook me up? I tell people all the time, well, you want me to hook you up? You better off asking me to give you the best possible quality of what you're looking for. Right. Because if I turn around and I do it for $80, for let's just say $100 cheaper, and it looks like it's $100 cheaper, then you're gonna come back and you know what you're gonna say? Damn, it was right, but it wasn't like what's the names? I see. Well, what's the name of them paid full price?
Yeah.
You wanted the $150 discount joint.
Yeah.
This is what that was.
Right.
So now you're not happy with it. See, that's why I say to people, don't ask people to do hookups.
Nah.
Don't look for the hookup situation. Do good business.
That's all you do. But all you got to do is when it comes to the hookups, again, don't ask. Let them offer. Let the businessman say, because guess what? Mm-hmm. How many times because a person didn't ask me for a hookup, I hooked them up?
What's a hookup? Let me ask you that. Your personal opinion.
My
Don't write it wrong.
my personal opinion of a hookup is it's a blessing. And what
Okay.
I mean by that
Okay.
is you know what, I'm gonna do this for you.
Okay.
I usually charge this,
Okay.
but I'm gonna throw this in for you because you always been a loyal person and been there for me, support what I do. You know, you gave me referrals and all that. So it's not necessarily a hookup. They earned it. You understand what I'm saying?
There you go.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna always necessarily give my price breakdown to people, and you know,
Right.
but you can bless people at the same time.
Absolutely.
And that's what it is. But I'm just telling people, I'm here to tell people all the time, don't ask for the hookup because you may block your blessing.
It happens a lot.
That's just ask, listen, what's your price?
Yeah.
Give me a quote.
Yeah. And don't finesse me.
Yeah.
Like if you, yeah, man, you know I was going to holler at what's your name, but I was like, damn, me holler at my boy.
Yeah.
Like if, listen.
That ain't going to
you don't have
encourage me to
like
get
for
the game.
anything, for a person like me, I always feel like when that kind of shit starts the conversation,
Yeah.
all right, so what's going on?
Yeah.
It's with some behind the scenes shit, what's going on? Like,
I remember
shoot it straight.
about 20 years ago, somebody wanted me to DJ. And I killed this lady. You know, she asked me for my price,
Okay.
right? And I gave it to her. She came back. Nah, I wanted to use you, but such and such threw me offer. It was $50 cheaper. But I told him, nah, you know, I want DJ E. I said, man, our first conversation, you told me you never even heard my music. Somebody referred you to me. So all of a sudden, you want me now. Well, you know what? Such and such to charge you the $50 cheaper. He's probably your better choice for your event because that's what you can afford that time. And she looked at me like.
That's the principle, probably.
She looked at me like, huh? Like, ma'am, listen. You're not going to you asked me my price. I answered your question. If you don't like it, just don't do business with me.
Right. Right.
Just don't do business. You know how many times people, like I said, they don't turn around and I don't bless them. They like, I need a DJ for such and such and such. This is what is going on. All right, what you need? I ask a question. They tell me. I'm like, all right. They be like, how much you gonna charge me for that? We'll work something out. I got you though. And then I turn around. It might be something as simple as I remember doing in the pandemic, doing a birthday party for somebody for a real close friend. Mm-hmm. And I told her, she's like, "What's your price?" Happy birthday. Because I can't get you nothing for your birthday, but I could give you this. And just tell the people, shout out all night for them to tip me or whatever, you know. Guess what I got? Still what I asked, what I usually get for that service.
That's right.
I got exactly
Right.
what I would have charged
Right.
her. You understand what I'm saying?
I got it.
So, to me, that's a hookup. That's a hookup because I'm
That
blessing
is a
you.
hookup.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's a
And
hookup.
guess what? Everybody won. I won. She won. The people enjoyed themselves. They won. I got exactly what I would have charged for that type of event.
See, the thing that messed with me, right? Now, I've never been a DJ. But the thing that messes with me is when people approaching and be like, damn, I'm trying to hook you up. And you kind of look at them and go,
Hook me up.
okay, explain the hookup. Like, because I'm missing it. Explain the hookup. And they go, I'm trying to throw you some business. All right, well, are you trying to hook me up or you trying to throw me some business?
Right.
Because in business, I have an opportunity to say, well, that's not my price.
Right.
That's not what I do business for.
I have options.
Right. But if you start the concept off talking about something, I'm trying to hook you up.
Yeah.
Where are we? Where are we going? Where's this going? I don't understand
Right.
what you're talking about.
Like the other day, somebody gave me a great. They reached out to me to do an event, and they asked me my price. They asked me my price for the particular event. I gave them my price,
Right.
and they were honest on the phone. They was like, "Okay, we got 2 other DJs we want to check with. We'll let you know."
Fair.
Thank you. A couple days later, somebody else from the same, not the same phone number, but for the same event, called me. I don't know if they just didn't communicate or they watched it. Same price. I'm not going to tell you a different price.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then they, about an hour or two later, we went with the other DJ. We like their price better. Okay, great.
Not a problem.
I'm happy. I'm glad.
Absolutely not a problem.
I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you for considering me.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Because that's what I wanted for that time.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, your time is money. But let me do this to you. We're gonna go this or that right quick. We're gonna go this or that. We're gonna go this or that.
In a minute. Let's get to it. Let's go ahead, man.
Now the quickest is just
Beautiful night.
all right. So listen, it's 1937.
Okay.
What you want to sell? Heroin, or hooch? Family business.
Hooch.
Hooch. Okay. Yeah.
Hooch.
Family
I mean, at the
business.
time,
Yeah.
this is before Prohibition,
Yeah, 37.
right? So, yeah, I'd probably,
I was gonna go with hooch too.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I have no desire to be anywhere near
Yeah.
anything that
Yeah.
that can go,
Yeah.
just totally destroy your life. Not that
Right.
the other one don't have the same,
Yeah. Hooch
possibility.
got to do, but
But
that was
but that was my this or that response.
right. Yeah,
I'm gonna
hooch.
give you that. Yeah.
I mean, either way, you're picking a poison, but I understand you're going with hooch. I like hooch too.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Heard a question.
Yeah.
Favorite Sesame Street character? Bert or Ernie?
This or that for me?
Yeah.
Bert or Ernie?
Bert or Ernie?
Ernie, man.
Why?
First of all, his name began with an E. He was orange, so he probably was black.
Oh man, I got a list of them now.
Ernie is a cooler name.
Okay, let's do this.
And he had a cousin named Ern, man. Shout out to Ern. May he rest in peace. I love Ern.
We're gonna do absolutely.
Yeah.
We're gonna do not so much a speed round, but I'm a rapid fire. All right, I don't need to really go into explanation, but I'm just gonna ask you, and you go with your response. All right.
I'm ready.
Vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
Netflix or Hulu?
What I'm watching? Netflix.
Night or morning?
Night.
Rich and famous or rich and unknown?
Rich and unknown.
Passenger or driver?
Driver.
Art museum or history museum?
Art.
Car or bike?
Car.
Train or plane?
Plane.
That's kind of, we had to play catch up and shit, y'all. We ain't did this or that for a while.
Well, you get that from I was kind of smooth with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I know where to find more now.
I got you.
know
All
where to
right,
find
yeah,
more
weed
now.
or cocaine?
Yeah. Tune in next week when we get back to this or that.
Yeah, weed or cocaine?
Yeah, I'm not doing any drugs.
Okay, that's the answer I really was looking for.
Yeah, listen,
I mean,
okay,
vodka or brandy?
Okay. I actually prefer vodka a little bit over the brandy thing.
Yeah.
Not really a brandy person. I've done brandy. I can drink it,
Yeah, he done brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The liquor.
Yeah.
I ain't nothing. It's cool, It's cool.
Chips, like Lay's or Doritos or something.
I'm a chip guy.
Yeah.
I'm a chip guy. Tater chip.
Cookie, chocolate chip, or oatmeal raisin.
Ooh. They both soft.
Yeah. Yeah. That ain't easy.
I'll go chocolate chip, but I
Okay,
really, if it's ice oatmeal, damn. Because you up the ante and shit with that. It's not standard cookie anymore after that.
Yeah, I mean, cheesesteak or chicken cheesesteak?
Depending on where I'm at.
I like that, but which one? I'm usually your favorite. Which one?
You gotta go. For me, I gotta go chicken cheese. I mean cheesesteak, the regular beef joint.
Yeah.
because, like I said a few minutes ago, like a few seconds ago, like it depends on where I'm at. Like if I'm in Philly,
Yeah.
and everybody don't make the same kind of chicken cheese steak.
You ever had the wings from Passerello's?
I don't think
Not the one in Voorhees though, in Haddonfield. We had that last night. No, I ain't first time.
Really? Shout out to Passerello's.
Yeah,
we ain't getting nothing for this. But
yeah, no, they gonna want to give us something after that.
Throw some wings, man. Oh, wing a ding dings.
And let's take it another step further because we
Okay.
endorsement time. Okay, boom. P is sipping. We got the close up on it. What's in your cup, P?
They ain't paying us yet.
Okay, there you go. I like your answer.
Yeah,
I like your
yeah,
answer.
It's
I like
brown.
it. It's brown, and mine's is light.
And yours is light. Yeah, we just sat here and talked about family business and hookups and shit.
Yeah.
We not doing no hookups.
That's what I'm
now.
saying.
Now, the minute that they endorse or, what's the word I'm looking for, brother?
Sponsor.
Sponsor?
Yeah.
Shit. I've said the whole episode.
Yeah.
A few times. But, you know what, E, man? Like, the basis of what we wanted to talk about when we was talking about this whole family business thing, though,
Right.
was changing the narrative.
Right.
So, like, we went heavy into the negatives of what goes into the, a person's inability to respect business for what it is, first and foremost, before they try to, finesse the family element into it.
Right.
And now let's talk about how to break the mold of it. I think, first and foremost, the way that you break that is you be honest and upfront with people when they ask you questions and when you present your business. Like you said earlier, which was kind of in alignment with this, when you was like, you have to lower your expectations. My question to you was why? You really shouldn't have to.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying it's how you have to go. When I say it, I'm just kind of
Right.
reiterating what you said.
I gotta unpack that though.
Okay, and I'll definitely want you to do that because when you said that, and you were saying from the perspective of like kind of lower expectations of the people, I think that if we're gonna break the narrative or change the narrative of family business, I think that's what we have to stop doing. We got to stop.
Right. But what I meant
reducing.
But what I meant for that, and let me unpack that. What I mean by lowering your expectation. See, you got pessimistic and optimistic people. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. So, glasses half empty, the glasses half full. I'm a half full type of guy. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So what I mean by that, just because I'm a half full type of guy doesn't mean the next person's a half full type of guy, even though we may think highly of the person.
Correct.
So what I'm saying is, when I say lower the expectation, some people tend to have a certain expectation about about a family member because they know them as family, but don't know them dealing with business. See, if I'm a complete stranger, and I come to you, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna always expect you and have expectation for you to respect my business.
Right.
I'm gonna always have that. But if you always just been, that's my favorite cousin, man, right? This, that, and this, and then I come to you and be like, hey, yo, I need you to do this, and that. How much it's gonna cost? And you turn around and give me a discount. I'm the type of person who might say, oh, no, I'll give you that first, but later on I'm going to give you some more because, bro, you deserve more than that.
Right.
And you may not have expected that.
Right.
So what I mean is about lowering your expectation is maybe not use expectation. Don't try to predict what you think is going to happen.
Okay, I like that better.
That's what I mean.
Got you.
That's what I mean. Because a lot of times, expectations are tied to predictions.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I might say I use the wrong word in that.
I see what you're saying, though.
But more of don't predict that, oh, they going to do it for me because they do everything for me. Then that date is, bro, I can't do this.
Because that's when that feeling that you was talking about earlier, like, I can't believe in astonishment that you went that way. That's when that happens.
That's what happens.
That's why. And that's how we break the narrative.
Right.
You gotta like you said, the prediction. Like,
yeah, you can't have a prediction. This is the reason why
did
you're
you predict
asking.
That? Why did you predict that?
I didn't predict.
Because you're my favorite cousin?
Right.
Because you're my favorite cousin, guess what you can guarantee?
Right.
That I'm going to do my very best.
Right.
Not to say I don't do my best when anybody else is doing business, but you can guarantee.
But you don't even got to guarantee that because I'm your favorite cousin. You can guarantee that I'm going to do my very best because that's what I do in all business moves.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
But I guess, like I said, expectation might not have been them. I was just trying to tap off the other Because here's the thing. That's how I deal with things. You know what I mean? I don't expect anything from anybody. I had to stop doing that because I was tying my feelings to these expectations and they were letting me down. That's why what I said. But I was doing that because I was predicting that it's going to go this way.
Exactly.
So prediction and expectations, there's a fine line between them. They're not exactly the same thing, but they're
in the same neighborhood.
But they're in the same family.
Oh, without a question.
They're in the same family.
And no, but see, you know what that goes back to? Like you said, predictions and expectations. We expect people, whether it's family, friends in like family, or close friends, or however you would have it,
right,
associates, to do as we do.
Right.
And what happens is,
because we feel like we come from the same place.
Right, we come from the same place. We got a bond that is our own.
Right.
And so I know what I would do for them if the shoe was on the other foot.
Right.
This is what I'm gonna say to y'all. And y'all know I'm always doing my food for thoughts.
Right.
You only change narratives.
Right.
When you get to the hardcore of the matter.
Right. You have to get to the root.
You got to get to the root.
Yeah.
You got to up.
That's the only way your garden's going to thrive.
Right.
You got to have a good root.
So the reason why the narrative that you can't do friends with family just from, I know E has had multiple conversations. I've had multiple conversations.
Right.
The reason why it's even something that has been even in question,
right,
is because of our expectations.
Our expectations and our predictions.
And
as well, we are a creature of habit. So
right.
if you constantly hear a person say you can't do business with family,
right?
If you constantly hear that, especially in our culture, you hear people say that all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
However, when you look at other nationalities, that's all they do is business with family.
Yeah,
and it's good business.
Yeah, that's why. Like I said,
saying?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I say that. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, basically, what we're saying, and you already gave the actual solution to it earlier. Just do good business. That's all you have to do. If you do good business, regardless if this is a perfect example. Perfect example. I recently did a wedding. Back in June. Beautiful wedding. They asked me for my price. I gave my price. And then they explained, well, how much is it just for this certain part? I'm like, oh, so that's all you need? Because when they first presented, I'm like, oh, I could do it for this. Right? They're like, okay. So then they changed the venue. So when the venue changed, the price changed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, to accommodate a new venue.
Right. Yeah. However, I still blessed them. Right? I'm like, all right, but yeah, just give me this. So then we talking, and then they're running down the names for the actual, wedding party and everything. And it was like, oh, this is how you say my sister's name. And I was like, you don't know, huh? Like, what? We cousins. They didn't even know that we were related. I knew, but they didn't know that we were related. They were like, oh, my God. I didn't know. I said, that's why I blessed you with that price. Because you originally started off asking, what's my price? How much it is for just this and just that. And when the venue changed, I said, oh, I got to charge you this. And you never, oh, come on. Well, I'm sorry that you just went with it. Now, I can't say that your approach would have been different if you known we was related.
Right.
However, you didn't come like that in the first place. Because your sister that you're telling me to say their name right, they knew.
They knew. Yeah.
And y'all still approached it the same way.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is they were blessed because they were about business. You understand what I'm saying? And you have enough people trying to get the quote-unquote hookup and ain't got to be your friend like that or related.
Oh, yeah.
Just, man, I've been seeing you for years.
That's what I'm saying. Like that kind of stuff when we talk about it, bro, it's like, all right, you do something, whatever it is. You work in real estate, you have, so you're a realtor, you get access to MLS listings. Right. You got all of this stuff that I tell you I'm in the market looking for a house. I don't know you're a realtor. I don't know.
Yeah.
You explain that to me. You go, yeah, yo, I'm a realtor. I didn't know. Okay, cuz that's good. Or okay, sister. Or okay, brother. Or whatever the case may be like that. Or friend. all of a sudden, whatever the complexity or whatever the dynamics of your relationship begins to look a little bit different when it becomes to that, because there's certain things, like for instance, when you buying a house, you gotta relinquish some pretty sensitive information.
A lot.
And so now this is that cousin, or this is that friend, or this is that homeboy, or this is that, whatever. And you like, damn, we fly, but I don't need you to know every dollar that I'm making. So guess what? Even though I know you're a realtor, I'm gonna go with somebody else.
Right.
They turn around and they feel a particular type of way because you didn't do business with them. So they almost feel like the money that you had kicked out in terms of whatever fee went to the realtor was supposed to go in their pocket because they happen to do the same thing that the other person does.
Right.
Not understanding that your relationship is what it is, and because I'm not comfortable with giving you all of this information about me, and maybe this person is a stranger, we're going to just do business.
Right.
So after this deal is done, there will be no more interaction between me and that particular person.
Right.
You, on the other hand,
you're
going to show me the house, and once I buy it, I'm going to invite you over to that same house to have a cookout.
Yeah.
And now you're going to sit at that house and tell everybody how you hooked me up on it. Yeah, I hooked him up, man, got him and the wife. See, we got to make sure we do things where we never even get to that point.
Right.
And so that's why I say
that's something you may not like.
You may not. Well, personally speaking, like, if you're going to do good business, it doesn't matter the relationship.
Right.
Right? If anything, like I said, the problem with the narrative of family business is the emotional attachment or the entitlement element that goes into it, because we are related or as almost like family.
Right.
See, if we're going to do good business, let's both win. When you ask me what's my price, you're asking me what's my price. Don't ask me what your price is. Yeah. Ask me what my price is for this.
Right.
And allow me, like you said earlier, to turn around and be able to say, well, yo, this is what I normally do it for. Because it's you, man. And that's because that's my niece, or because that's my nephew, or that's my cousin, or whatever the case may be, my little cousin. You know what I mean? If you do this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? I definitely can come through and make that happen for you. This is what I'm going to have to charge for that, though, because I got to cover these expenses.
Right.
But allow me to be able to extend that to you. Don't predict, like you said earlier, or have expectations that I'm going to come and bring that to you.
Right.
And if I don't present that to you, don't get mad. Because I'm still providing a service for you.
Right.
And it's still business. So we can change the narrative, guys. We can change the way that that's viewed and the way that is perceived to be by simply doing, instead of doing family business, do business with whoever.
And I think
whether it's family, friends, or friends just like family.
And I really believe that it's a lot of people out there. I just think when you talk to certain people, and now I'm not just going by race, but just in our areas, in our culture, in our, not just saying black folks or anything, they're the ones who look for this hookup or this create. Because, again, learning from other cultures and other surroundings, I think they assume that everybody, let's just say, all right, I'm going to say this for poor lack of term. Black folks believe that every other nationality hooks up their race. Right? That's a theory that they have. Not for everybody.
No, I agree.
But that's a theory that a lot of people
thought, right.
Yeah, right. Whereas people that I speak with in these other races, they explain to me what their definition of a hookup may be. So it may not be, it's not about a hookup. See, business, here's the thing. You want to do a hookup, cheap deal one time with a person, or you want to constantly do business with a person. So their thing is like, okay, wait a minute. You got a restaurant? Oh, okay. How's business? I've been a little slow, with COVID and everything and this and that. Okay, you know what? Guess what I'm going to do? Me, 20 of my friends, we're going to all come over next Friday. What's your best dish? Give us options. We're going to all come and bless your business. They come and do it. Now, that restaurant owner turns around and say, Bill, don't you sell cars and stuff like that? Yeah. Well, listen. John, you was looking for a car, right? Talk to my man Bill. No hookups. They're just referrals. Constantly referring people to you.
Right.
Now, I can honestly say that in this particular year here, that that I've been getting a lot of referrals and people have been moving that way because I've been talking this and they say, oh, I got my friend such and such told me to call you, which is might be a good friend to me. What's your price? Oh, okay. I heard you over there rocking. I want to book you. I'm getting my price.
No doubt.
Because they didn't say such and such told me to call you because you was going to give me the best price or give me a cheap deal because I know them.
No doubt. No doubt.
So I think I started this same conversation I'm talking about right now with referrals and telling people. I started having that conversation. That's the energy I started presenting to people for them to see. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then guess what? Of course, the universe is real. What you put out in the universe is what you get back. Law of attraction. We know that. So this is what it is. A lot of times people get presented with the hookup. Mm-hmm. This is also something you touched on because they're always asking for a hookup. But you just said, I'm not even going to give you the thought that you can ask me for one.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always have a person present me with the... Because here's the thing. People want to deal with... It's like the old theory back in the day they used to say, the opposite sex attract the people who other people want. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of women who want a guy because he's popular and a lot of girls like him. Same thing with vice versa.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dudes think she bad. I got to be the one to get it. But nobody pays attention to the one that's not working. Or is not the one that everybody wants. They always want to be hooked to the same trend.
Absolutely.
So this is why anybody, any business you in, if you're a photographer, a DJ, a videographer, always show yourself constantly working because more business will keep coming.
Absolutely.
It's just that simple.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
And don't get offended if it ain't your family that's calling.
That's all. Don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal.
Like I said, to reiterate one more time, y'all, just so y'all know what the definition of the word business is. It's a person, partnership, or corporation engaged in commerce, manufacturing, or a service, profit-seeking, enterprise, or concern. Profit-seeking.
Right.
Profit-seeking. If we are seeking a profit, if you start a conversation off with someone who is providing a service, who is profit-seeking on how to impede on that profit, just know you're starting the conversation off wrong.
Right.
Business is business.
Right.
Just do good business. If we family, like you said earlier, E, excellent point.
Right.
At the end of the business, once it's concluded, we still gonna be family.
Right.
Now, if that me not hooking a situation up or choosing a different route to go with interferes with that relationship, I gotta question a few other things, not just business.
But here's the thing. Also remember this. Profit is a broad word. Show me the definition of profit for me.
I got you. I'll bring it up. Go ahead and keep
But profit is a broad word, and I want everybody to understand this before we get up out of here. Once P give y'all the definition of profit, I can further unpack my point of where I'm going with it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And give the detail. You got me?
Yes. Profit is, let me see, pecuniary, and might be saying that a little bit
it's all right.
different, but pecuniary gain resulting from employment of capital in any transaction.
Right.
And the comparison to that usually is gross profit or net profit.
Okay.
That's so once they get a little bit deeper into the concept of what profit is.
Yeah, that's more of a count from an
right. And then it is also referred to as the returns, proceeds, or revenue as from property or investments.
Okay.
Okay?
So here's the thing.
Right.
Because what's going to support my argument right here, not my argument, but my whole theory.
Absolutely.
The key word in that whole thing that I was talking about was returns.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Now, here's the thing. Back in the day, they had something called the barter system. I give you something.
Ooh, wow.
You give me
wow.
something.
Wow. Absolutely. I was going to bring that up.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, family, you need something done.
Mm-hmm.
You might need something from me.
Mm-hmm.
Understand, you might have what you can afford, so you do have to set yourself a budget.
Absolutely.
If you turn around and say, cuz I know you want $1,000, but I can give you 8, right? I can give you 8, and then I can try to get you another gig. I know somebody else that's looking for something. I can give you 8, but don't just hold up. Let me see if I can close this other gig for you first. And then we can, you go from there. And because 800, if you want 1,000 or somebody give you 800 in another lead.
Yeah.
You still capitalize.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Good business.
That's good business.
Good business.
It all goes with good business.
But it ain't a hookup. That's business.
But a hookup is, damn, cuz we family. I only got 5. And then it stopped right there.
See what I'm saying?
We got it.
We can break that.
Right.
We as a culture, like you said, we get ready to get out of here. We can break it, y'all. Here's the thing. We are too smart as a culture of people to not allow ourselves to get out of the realm of thinking that the hookup needs to exist.
Right.
We don't need to hook each other up. We need to help each other up. Yeah. It's another word with an H, but it's not that. It's not hook.
Wow.
That's the difference.
Yes, that was a reverend line right there, though.
If we can learn how to simply do good business, not only do we get better with one another,
right,
but the bad business, we get better in business in general.
Right.
So let's not have a problem with doing family business, y'all.
Right.
Let's break the narrative. Let's do business with family, but let's do business with family.
Yeah.
Let's not do hookups. Let's do help ups.
Yeah.
Let's encourage one another and not discourage one another. Let's be okay with each other both capitalizing and getting a return on these different investments.
Well, you just said something key before we go. You just said, the name of this episode is what?
Family business.
All right, but you just said something that really stuck out. Let's do business with family.
Right.
See how you changed the order?
That's right.
When you put business first.
That's right.
See, when something's first, anything behind it is following it.
That's right.
It's second.
That's right.
So if you say family business, then family's first.
That's right.
But if you say business with family,
that's right,
then business is first.
Come on, man.
So change the order and it changes the narrative. This is
that
all
was
I'm
it
saying.
right there, y'all.
That's it right there.
That's it, E. Do it, baby.
That's it.
That's it right there.
This is the Porch Podcast, man.
Absolutely, y'all.
Listen, we love y'all, man. Y'all can tune in like we did. Y'all know how it is. Y'all can catch us on Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts,
absolutely, Overcast,
Radio Public, and you can see our beautiful faces on YouTube at the Porch Podcast. That's DAPORCH Podcast.
Absolutely,
it's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and this is my brother
P Original, baby,
and we love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Absolutely, y'all. Peace.